Abstinence is not going to fix anything. Those feelings you have are perfectly fine. When people have never watched the work that I do, they think to themselves that when I say the abstinence myth, I mean people shouldn't abstain. But once anybody gets exposed to the actual work, they recognize that what I actually mean is abstinence is not going to fix anything. It might get people off your back for a minute, but it's not going to fix the reasons why you had people on your back in the first place anyway. Right? It's not going to fix the reasons where you're trying to cope. We all have those things happen. All of us, every single one of us. We all know, and we can all connect to those deep feelings of discomfort, of shame, of wanting to escape. Question is, what do we do about them? One of the analogies that I always use is, it's as if we've all been running away from a monster. I kept thinking that my job was to try to find a way to outrun it. What do I have to look like? How many friends do I have to have? What do I have to do for work? Or what degree do I need to have? Or how much money do I need to have? And eventually I found alcohol, and then I found weed, and I found other drugs. And they definitely did the job of making me not see the monster, making me be able to ignore the monster, or, stick my head in the sand and pretend that it doesn't exist. But inevitably it would come back. The beginning is to just come to a place in your mind where on a really deep level, there is an endpoint where I am not running anymore. There's an endpoint. I don't know what it is right now, but I at least trust and believe that it exists somewhere. In some schools of thought, the argument is you never make it. You never leave that place. I do think continuous work is needed in life. It's not needed just from quote unquote addicts. People in life in general need to keep working on themselves. Otherwise, what people call stagnant is actually backtracking, and you end up regressing and regressing and regressing, and life gets worse. In traditional recovery, they talk about it as uncovering your resentments and your character defects and the places where you've erred. Traditional approaches always tell us, well, it doesn't matter what you've been through. That's not relevant. That's not important. You're here because you're an addict. And what I'm saying to you is almost the opposite. I'm saying primarily what matters is what you've been through, the experiences you've been through in life. Those feelings you have are perfectly fine. You don't actually have to get rid of them. What we need to do over time, what will help you over time, is finding an environment where you get to actually dive into them and explore them and talk about them, just like